Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober Podcast.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Taryn.
And I'm drunk.
You're not yet. You just started. Actually,
He doesn't know how much whiskey I had.
You did have a bit of whiskey in that drink.
There was a lot. I took a drink and I went, whoa.
I walked downstairs and the bottle's literally upside down in one of his mason jars. Like, you had something in there, like what? Coke, Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper and whiskey is good.
Okay. And, but all I just see is the full bottle just turned upside down.
There wasn't that much left. Okay? And now I'm just a beer after probably at least 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is where we talk about... This is a sober podcast as opposed to our music podcast.
Where we talk.
Yeah, we talk about lives, our lives, things going on, whatever we feel like talking about.
Are you going to call it an unhealthy therapy session for the 10th episode in a row? 9th?
I mean, you already did it for me, so I don't have to do it now.
Yeah.
Asshole.
You are what you eat.
Do you eat a lot of asshole?
I love eating ass.
Yeah, you like hot dogs? The way you make them are actually pretty good.
Yeah. Hot dogs are good.
Oh, but you had some topics for us, I feel like.
Yeah, 2 pretty short topics. One of them involves me pulling up my phone so I don't get names wrong. But that's the second topic. First topic is...
What?
I'll get there. The first topic is, we trash women a lot. Do? On the podcast, yeah.
I don't feel like we do.
Oh, okay. We need to roll back the tapes on some of these episodes. You will go off on women on social media, on Tinder and stuff.
I go off on people on social media because everyone is awful.
No. Like, whenever women and dating comes up, you always come out swinging.
No. I go, Disney's not a personality trait, and neither is John Deere.
You go a little deeper than that. But now it's time to start trashing guys in the dating world.
I do!
But at the same time, trashing women because it's only appropriate. So I'm sick of looking around at how poorly managed some of these animals are just walking around in public. Some dudes are just fucking gross. Like, they just look so unkempt and they look like shit. Yet somehow, like, they'll have, like, their girlfriend staying next to them. It's like, ladies, either have the fucking cojones to say, hey, honey, you're kind of fucking gross. Ever thought about, like, moisturizing so you don't lose a pound every time your skin flakes off every fucking day? Like, have you thought about showering, maybe 4 times a week minimum?
Oh my god.
Like,
you're asking a lot, Tim.
I don't understand why women let guys get away with this shit. Because, like, guys typically just turn around like, moisturizing? Gay. I'm not gonna moisturize. Gay.
Actually, that's something I need to put on my shopping list is lotion because I'm almost out. Because I moisturize.
Yeah.
Moisturize.
But no, like, just I don't understand why it's so, like, correct for men to just, like, be unkempt. They're like, fingernails and, like, toenails will be all fucked up.
Fingernails is my biggest fucking pet.
They'll have, like, weird stray, like, long hairs all over their body. And their eyebrow, they'll have, like, one hair that's, like, twice as long as all the other hair, and at no point are they like, I'm gonna cut that or pull it.
Yeah,
like,
I was blessed with naturally good eyebrows.
Yeah, so. You were. But no, it just blows my mind that, like, dudes get to walk around like that. And just, like, nothing. If a woman does that, she's, like, shunned by everyone.
No.
Yeah.
You should see those sea donkeys out at Target.
Yeah, they feel shame. Don't worry.
They don't. They do not. They're like, what the fuck are you wearing? Why are you wearing that? You look like some sort of fucking Mexico City prostitute. I don't know why I picked Mexico City. There are prostitutes in every city.
But now, enough of my woke men are bad complaints. Time to do a complete 180. So I'm sick of all these fucking Lewis fans and F1 just coming out here being like, you can't just throw anyone in a Mercedes and they'll do well. Then they put George Russell in the Mercedes and he finishes fucking first.
Whoa. Okay, you just went from, like, fucking just shitting on women, which I expect from you, to talking about Formula One. I didn't know you know anything about Formula One. Apparently, you know Formula One more than I do.
No, so...
I know you're talking about Lewis Hamilton, the world champion.
Yeah. So all of them were saying, like, he's great, he's the best, and no one can compare. You can't just... Because everyone's been saying, like, oh, it's because he drives a Mercedes. And then his fans, no, he's better than everyone. You can't just throw anyone in Mercedes and expect them to win. Then they throw George Russell's in a fucking Mercedes, and he wins. Like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like nobody in our audience watches Formula One. I love racing and shit like that, and I don't. Yeah. But I know what you're talking about.
If I do watch racing, it's usually just clips of MotoGP because that shit's intense.
It is. And I have the answer for you, Taryn. Okay. You're right. You're 100% right. Lewis Hamilton was good enough to get into that ride.
Yeah.
He is good.
Yeah.
He's a better driver than I am.
Yeah. I would argue every person in Formula One's a better driver than you. Because that's
except for that guy who crashed in the barrier.
Okay. If you saw, like, he got
No, I saw it. That was it was a joke. It was comedy.
He didn't just like, oh shit, the wall.
That was a joke. It was comedy. So
comedy?
It's the same in NASCAR. Like, there are a few teams who are better than the others. And that if you put anybody, any race car driver, any NASCAR driver, even the ones who are always finishing 43rd, they will then finish better because the engines are better, the way to set everything up are better, the strategies are better because you have the better team. And there's only like golf and tennis are individual sports.
Yeah.
Everything is team based. Even though there's one driver out there, you got
all the people doing the tire changes, the gas. Just like,
and then you got the
guy on the little headset,
the crew chief. Yeah, chief. He's doing the strategy. He's telling you when to come in. Staying out an extra lap will do so much for you. Either good or bad depending on the strategy, and what other people's strategies are. It's a fucking chess game.
Yeah.
It's so weird, and this is very surreal talking to you about this because I did not expect this.
Well, so I was gonna bring this back to a different guy topic of Mercedes is like an NFL coach, or the car is like an NFL coach. Bill Belichick is Mercedes, because I feel like, they're not having like the best season right now. But I feel like you could have given him any quarterback other than Brady after Brady left, and they would have done okay.
Yeah, like, just give him Cam Newton, the guy who can't fucking do shit.
Yeah, and they're still doing okay. They're not doing great.
They're like 4-6.
Oh, they are? I thought they were even.
I don't know.
But still, isn't their whole division bad?
Oh, the Dolphins are actually really good. And the Bills are really good. The Jets blow. Fuck the Jets. Jets, Jets.
I never thought I'd live to see the day where the Dolphins are doing good.
Yeah.
Like, last I remember of, like, paying attention to Dolphins, didn't they go, like, 0-16 one year?
0-16 or 1-15, something like that. There's only a couple teams I can remember that have gone 0-16, and I think they were both the Detroit Lions.
Oof. Yeah, and I think they're still terrible.
Yeah, they are.
I remember on Home Improvement that, like, it would always come up how much Tim the Toolman Taylor was obsessed with the Lions and how much he loved the Lions. And maybe they were doing well, like, in the era of that show actually being filmed. But it was always funny to me because I'd always look at the Lions and be like, what a shit team.
No, it's funny is they sucked and they had one of the greatest players of all time, Barry Sanders, on their team during that time.
My brain immediately jumped to Bernie Sanders, and I love picturing him as a young quarterback.
Well, Barry Sanders was a running back.
Yeah.
But Bernie Sanders like, all right, everyone, here we go. Here's what we got to do. All right, you're going to go left, all right? And then you're going to go right. And then you're going to chop block that motherfucker.
But don't worry. He's covered.
He's got health insurance.
His leg will heal.
His leg will heal. His pride will not from us defeating him.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Bernie Sanders, he said that he's going to vote no on a $908 billion COVID relief package that the Republicans are trying to pass because it does not include a lot of things he wants, including stimulus checks, which I did not know until this week because I never really thought about it, that other countries have been getting stimulus checks every month.
Yeah.
We've gotten one. And
every other first world country is handling this thing. We got $1,200 almost a year ago.
Yeah, 9 months ago.
Yeah.
35 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And some people still haven't gotten it. Because they got it in the mail. And he said he's going to vote no on it because it's not enough. And he's right.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and then I love the right-wing media is going to push back on this and be like, see, the liberals are, like, stopping us from helping. We don't know what to do. They're not letting us help you guys. People like Bernie, man.
I just don't understand how other countries have been doing this.
Because they're adults.
It just doesn't make any sense because you hear, like, the same sort of chirping and stuff from, like, you'll see clips on, like, YouTube or Reddit of in the UK and their Congress or their fucking Hall of Justice or whatever, of them like bantering back at each other, and then it's just, I'm just so disappointed in this country.
Pretty much all I ever see coming out of the UK is just people saying Margaret Thatcher's a cunt.
Yeah, which I don't know anything about her. I thought everyone loved her and revered her.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out that she's like a total
raging
SOB.
cunt.
Yeah, like they're gonna put up a statue for her. People are threatening to egg it.
I thought it was like everyone that was like in the UK that wasn't England, like hated her, and that's where it comes from. I think England likes her, but everyone else in the UK
Scotland,
despises
Wales,
her. Yeah,
Ireland.
I don't know. I don't know much about it. Who cares about European politics? We are here to talk about the greatest country in the goddamn world.
I'm disappointed that 70 million people voted for fucking Trump.
I thought you were going to say that watch this podcast, and I was like, did our analytics jump up? 70 million? That's a pretty good figure.
Fuck, Joe Rogan would be happy if 70 million people watch his podcast, every podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like, still like
that'd be
a
huge.
Slight increase.
Yeah.
He said he gets like 30 to 40
Dude,
million people.
I remember when iCarly like became a TV show. So all these network execs were sitting around like, all right, she's going to be live streaming a skit show on the internet. You know, that's hip with the kids. First, they didn't know that was actually going to become a real thing. Secondly, if you watch some of the early episodes, like the numbers, like the figures of people watching the show, they gave them like network primetime numbers because they didn't know like how to gauge it. How many live viewers?
Like 6 million?
Yeah. And it's like if you
Well, let's be honest. There probably are 6 million people out there who would watch two prepubescent girls on the internet.
Well, I mean, like,
fucking weirdos.
If you pick, in my opinion, one of the hottest streamers out there, Valkyrae.
Yeah.
She's a huge channel, and she
out.
gets like 20,000 views a stream.
That's it?
Yeah. But she makes bank from it. People don't realize how much money you make from like a live audience when you're literally one person getting paid.
How many views do you think you'd get?
Like if I start streaming? None.
No
one follows me. Yeah, most people click on Twitch for people they follow, not to go be like, I wonder what's going to be in the Call of Duty category today. Like, yeah, there are people that do.
That's how you build something up.
Yeah,
then that person follows you. And
but
then
I'm saying like more. I would say more than 90% of people who click on Twitch for a name, not a game. They go on there because Valkyrae is streaming, because Corpse is streaming, because PewDiePie stream. I think all three of those stream on YouTube, but you get what I mean.
I thought PewDiePie went to Twitch. Or who was it that went to Twitch? Ninja. And then he went to Facebook.
Ninja was already on Twitch, and then he fell from grace because everyone stopped caring about him.
Because he wasn't that funny?
Dude, he was on an Among Us stream with like the crew I watch, and it was so cringe. One of them fucking left.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just like a douche. I'd never even heard of him until that YouTube rewind that we'll never talk about. Isn't the last
it's rewind time.
Wasn't that the last one?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a 2019 rewind?
Yeah.
No, or was it 2018?
That was 2019.
Was it? Was it when we moved
Oh,
here?
wait. No, it was the one before that, I think.
Yeah, then so it wasn't the last one. But that was an awful one. That was a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I hope that was in the next rewind.
And then PewDiePie made one that was great.
I don't understand PewDiePie. I mean, he doesn't say the N-word enough.
The one time wasn't enough for you?
Dude, I don't understand how he bounced back from that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's also not as bad because, like, his people never enslaved black people.
Oh, yeah, they only, helped with the Holocaust.
Did Sweden?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Or no, wait, no. Yeah, Sweden did. Sweden did.
I thought they were neutral.
They were neutral, but they let the Nazis store their gold there.
They didn't help with the Holocaust. They were just a bank.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying.
I'm just saying. They were neutral, but, Argentina had a lot of Nazis, and so did Sweden after the war.
Dude,
Weird, right?
Let's talk about elected official Adolf Hitler.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
know his first name. I don't know how to pronounce his first name.
I think people voted for him just because it was funny.
Isn't Namibia, like, very much into, like, meme culture? So for people...
It doesn't matter what country you're in the world, you know who Adolf Hitler is.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, because we're on a podcast here and we're just bullshitting.
Yeah.
There was an elected official in Namibia whose middle and last name are Adolf Hitler.
And he has come out and said he is not going to attempt world domination. And I feel like that is a stand we can all agree with.
Yeah, I mean, especially if your name is Adolf Hitler, because I don't feel like you're going to have anything good, coming out of the woodwork,
Well, no, I feel like just because he said that, knowing what his name is, I feel like I want him to conquer the world now. I feel like he'll do a good job, He'll conquer it, but then he'll take care of it.
I'm fairly certain Adolf Hitler said that he didn't want to do that. Or no, yeah, he did. That was his whole thing, is he wanted to expand, the motherland.
But he didn't, say that to, the rest of the world.
I mean, he said it to Germans in a speech, so therefore it was put out to the world. It's like, Karen, like right now, if you said, I have world domination intentions, you're putting that out to the world, even though there's no one watching.
Yeah, but, Twitter wasn't a thing back during the Holocaust. Because, someone in Germany would have been like, man, I really hope this Adolf guy takes over the world. And the UN would have been like, you fucking what when?
You fucking what when? Oh.
Gonna go in there and drop the ban hammer on them real quick?
The UN. United Nations, those fucking big brother motherfuckers.
Those China cock-sucking motherfuckers.
Wow.
They're just letting China get away with shit.
Jesus, that was fucking intense.
They are. Because China has a veto vote, so they know if they bring it to the floor, China will just veto it, and then now things are awkward.
How many countries have a veto vote?
Only 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
The 5, or no, 6.
Well, it's America, Russia, China, England?
Yeah. And
Canada?
France, I think.
France, that's 5.
And then Germany's the +1. Because it's 5.
We're going to give this to you.
All right.
But if you do something that we don't like, we're taking it away. Do you remember the 30s and 40s Germany? Because we do. Am I going to have to hold this podcast while you search it up?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the Surprisingly I'm Shitface podcast.
Yeah, we got it right.
6?
It's China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, United States, then other countries, but those are the main ones. The 5 permanent members are China, France, Russia, UK, and us.
Oh, 5 permanent members, but I'm pretty certain every country.
Well,
gets
they're the ones with the veto power. They're the ones who sit on the floor level while everyone else is up in the fucking stands like a bunch of ingrate pieces of shit. Where those other countries belong.
You mean the shithole countries that Trump loves?
Yeah.
It's you're sounding a lot like a conservative, Taryn.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, look into it. I fucking hate that.
Dude, whenever anyone says I'm I'm just saying, whenever politics has come up, I'm just like, all right, here comes some like subtly racist shit.
All right, kids, gather around the fire. I'm going to tell a story about what happened yesterday. I already kind of filled you in on what happened yesterday at my workplace. So yesterday, when we're recording this, the House passed the legalization of marijuana federally. Yes. Yeah. So obviously it's going to die in the Senate because the Senate is controlled by Republicans. But I think this is a major step forward, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's going to fail, ultimately, it's a major step forward. So
it failed in Oregon the first time it went through.
It did. You know it didn't? Psilocybin. That didn't fail. People were like, let's do it. Let's do some shrooms.
I feel like once we got weed, it really opened the gates to...
Gateway drugs?
Yeah.
Jesus. So, at work, somebody mentioned that, and then one of my coworkers, who's an older...
Fat fuck.
He is conservative. He's a Trump supporter. He goes, well, why don't we just legalize everything then? And it's like...
Okay.
That would actually probably help a lot. You know,
yeah,
we can put a lot more money towards treatment and, you know, kind of like eradicate some of these bad drugs so people don't want to do meth or anything like that, you know, or heroin. But he then goes, oh, yeah, I just want to go down to the liquor store and buy some crack or some meth. And I'm like, oh, man, you know, hey, what about that one thing that, you know, really fucks up a lot of people's lives? Alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, alcohol is pretty bad, you know, like that hurts people. That hurts people who don't do it.
Yeah. Drunk driver takes out a family of 5. Like it's never gonna get illegalized again.
My favorite part was when he goes, and why don't we just, you know, legalize prostitution while we're at it and unionize the hoes? And I was like,
that would help a lot of things.
That would actually be that's a great idea. That's a great idea. They'll get tested frequently. They'll be safe, you know?
Yeah. Like, they won't need a pimp.
And then he goes, it's working in Nevada, all sarcastically, and it's like, it is. It's actually working great in Nevada. Like, it's actually really smart. And for some reason, Nevada has it legalized, but Las Vegas doesn't.
So
where it's used the most.
Yeah.
Like,
so
get on it.
What I love is that the biggest thing with right-wing people that blows my fucking mind is they're so against using government money on people, you know, like on individuals. They don't want health care. They don't want schooling. They don't want like any sort of social program. But my God, dude, they love prisons. They love spending government money on locking people up.
Prisons and military bases, and there ain't much of a difference.
Yeah, one of them imprisons the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Just point a gun at the whole fucking planet and just be like, behave.
You know what was my favorite? When you go back through history, it was all about where bases were placed. Like when we put missiles in Turkey back in the 60s, Russia about had a fucking conniption, man. They were fucking like, no, you can't put fucking missiles in Turkey. We're going to put a missile in Cuba and see how you like it. Like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, where we have a bases.
Because now they're all like intergalactic range. Like you can just shoot up in space and it'll just come down on their country.
Intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. Yeah. Boom, bitch! You're gone. Sure. Moscow's gone, but guess what? So is Washington D.C. So is New York City. Why do we have multiple cities to destroy and all they have is one shithole in Moscow?
Is Moscow the capital?
Or is certain, yeah.
Or is it just like the New York City?
I'm really certain it's the capital. You have like St. Petersburg and all those other places. Yeah. I was going to say other cities, but they're not called that anymore because most of my knowledge of Russia is World War II based. They don't call it Leningrad anymore or Stalingrad. It's just, I think it's just St. Petersburg now, if that's the same one that I'm thinking of.
It's all just Russia.
It's all Russia. Mother Russia. I'm the machine.
God.
I hope he comes and sits right here, Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, so that we can smell the couch for the next like month while we're sitting upstairs.
Why do you think he smells bad?
He jumps into a pool and calls it showering.
Oh yeah, we talk about that a lot too. Yeah, he does. He's gross.
Yeah, he's gross. He's gross.
So, Taryn, on the last podcast you mentioned something, but I don't know if you actually went through with it. Did you delete the dating apps?
I haven't deleted them, but I haven't used them.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've been watching you. I don't think you've been using them. I don't think you've been going on.
They've been going unused. Someone that I matched with a few days ago started messaging me, so I'm messaging her back.
That's fair. But you're not like going through swiping.
Yeah, I'm not swiping anything.
And how do you feel?
Same.
Same?
Yeah. Like I don't feel like any different really.
Do you feel more productive?
A bit, yeah. I've been staying consistent on lifting, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you also feel like I don't know? I just feel like you were down here working on music because we're musicians. We're not, but we make music. So
damn, I'm tired.
That's because you only got 5 hours of sleep. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah, but anyway, dating apps. That's the subject we're talking about. So you don't use them anymore. Like you use them, but you're not like selectively using them.
Yeah. Like I'm not going through the options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you
it's
kind of need to take a break sometimes.
Yeah.
It's taxing, especially when these fucking dumb broads don't know how to fucking hold the conversation. But honestly, it's on my side too, because like you can start a conversation, but some people just don't know how to fucking like hold on to it. Oh, got away. It's a little fish.
LOL.
LOL. Yeah.
Now you say something.
It. Oh yeah, did you find that funny?
Yep.
Cool. Like, so what else do you find funny?
Stuff.
Cool.
I like comedy.
What kind of comedy? Do you like Jeff Dunham? So you like Jeff Dunham because that's type of girl that would.
I want you to put your hand in me like I'm one of his puppets.
And that can be done.
Sweet.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't been on them really. It's kind of nice. I don't know. Like I'm not really like feeling strongly one way or the other about it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're teetering on the edge?
No, I mean it's just like kind of like a who cares kind of like feel about it. It's like I don't feel better because I'm not using it, but I didn't feel better because I was using it. It's just such a neutral feeling that it's kind of just insignificant.
I just feel life. like life has just gotten insignificant at this point.
Yeah,
we're all doing the same thing.
We're in our mid-20s during a pandemic. It sucks.
It really fucking does.
Yeah.
Like we're in our fucking prime.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say that.
Wow.
I really should have made a drink.
I can't wait till you die at 27.
Oh man. Oh, so
few more months.
So you do think I'm gonna be a rock star?
I think you're gonna think you're a rock star.
I'm gonna go out wearing leather pants, a leather jacket, no fans.
Exactly.
Dope.
You could start an OnlyFans.
I
wouldn't pay for that.
You wouldn't?
No.
You wouldn't pay to see my wiener?
No.
So what if we did get a following and I started an OnlyFans? Like, what? There'd be a good to fair chance someone would send you it. Like, send you a screenshot of it.
I know you wouldn't,
yeah.
So, like...
That's what you think.
You're not going to start an OnlyFans. I'll sabotage you at every moment.
If we had a following, I would start an OnlyFans.
No, you wouldn't.
Surprisingly pee-pee.
Oh, surprisingly pee-pee? Are you going to fucking R. Kelly on these girls?
No, I meant like my pee-pee. Like,
I know, but you can't say pee-pee. Just say surprisingly dick.
That's too forward. It needs to be a little silly.
A little silly? Like your Willy?
Yeah. My silly Willy?
Your silly little Willy. This is so fucking weird.
Okay.
We are the weirdest fucking people ever.
Didn't you have some topics you brought to class today?
No.
No, you
the dating apps thing was literally the only thing that I had. I'm really bad with picking things out. Yeah. Because I'm a broken fucking record, man. Okay? All I think about is, fucking the same old shit. Don't fucking put that away. I'll fucking think of something.
I'm seeing if there's any news going on.
There's no news going on. Let's talk about how...
I don't want to talk about politics, and that was the first thing that fucking came up.
Let's talk about how I want good karma.
You want good karma?
I did a good thing the other day.
I did too. Fuck. What was your good thing?
I told you about it. So I was going through some stuff, in my room.
Oh, yeah.
I was going through some stuff in my room, and I found some little notes that my ex had written to herself when she was like 6. We found them together in her old house when her parents were moving out. It's, cute, adorable, sort of shit like that.
Yeah. Typical white girl shit to do.
And they were stuffed underneath her carpet in her room. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So I...
underneath the floorboards, yeah?
No. Underneath the carpet. So I sent... I put them in an envelope and sent them to her new address. So I'm hoping I get good karma from that because I did actually throw them away. And then I pulled them out of the trash and then put them in an envelope and sent them back. They were in a plastic baggie, so they weren't like covered in shit. But there's no shit in my trash can,
You know, shit in the trash can?
I don't shit in the trash can now.
Dude, some days, like, just whatever I'm watching on Netflix is too good and don't want to stop. I could easily, from the way my room is set up, peer around the corner.
Well, with how your bathroom is set up, yeah.
Yeah.
I can watch TV in my room from the bathroom.
Oh, you can?
Because we're high rolling, we have en-suites. They're master bathrooms. I don't like people who call them en-suites, which is what my ex did.
I didn't even know anyone called it that.
Should I send the podcast to her?
No.
I'm going to. We need a viewer.
Should we tell her that the previous podcast page still follows her, and even though she forced us to unfollow her, like, we can still look at her shit?
I signed out of it, but I keep getting emails from our shitty previous podcast Gmail.
And I can't figure out the password.
Who cares?
I swear I knew it.
Who cares? I blocked them. I don't need emails from Gmail anyway.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Gmail.
But my good karma. So enough of your fucking love letter story. But no, that's nice of you that you
Apparently,
did that.
this is the Surprisingly Taryn podcast where all he does is talk.
I mean, yeah, that's literally what a podcast is. Do you want me to dance? Want me to dance? I'll dance,
monkey, dance. Tell us your good karma story because it probably isn't.
Welcome to the show. This is a show, and Bo likes to take his pants off like this.
Bo Burnham reference for the day.
Dance, monkey, dance. You brought this on us.
Yeah, I do every single time.
So, mine's less exciting. I went to get some coffee one morning, and
which place? Starbucks,
Black
Dutch
Rock.
Bros. Ugh.
What?
Ugh.
What? Have you gone to Black Rock?
I don't drink coffee. Of course I haven't gone to Black Rock.
I got an energy drink.
You can go get those at the store.
Yeah, but they do mixed ones.
Mixed with what?
Like syrups and shit.
You mean the exact way you do it at home?
Yeah.
Just go get different flavors, you fucking child.
Anyway. I thought you were working on good karma. How about you start with being nice?
I've heard some of the shit you say at work, motherfucker.
Like what?
I don't know, but there's bad things. There's so many of them, Taryn.
Well, I don't say anything bad about you.
Not about me. Well, not that you tell me.
I don't say anything. I do tell a lot of stories about you, but they shine you in a positive light.
Which I need that. Are any coworkers hot and want to date me?
That
you haven't?
There are 3 attractive coworkers I have. And
there's a second part to that question that you're not answering.
Okay, so let's go through the list. 1 has a boyfriend. 1 is a bit of a cunt, and I'm pretty sure she's taken. And 1 of them's not 18. So
she's not attractive then.
I mean, you can still be attractive. Considering she got sexually harassed in the parking lot by some creepy guy on like her 3rd day there, says something for her.
Nope.
Yeah, you can still be attractive. You can still have aesthetically good-looking features.
Okay.
Yeah. In the same way that there are child models and child actors. They don't pick ugly kids to be actors, okay? Unless they're typecasting them like the fucking fat kid from Stranger Things.
Like Gibby.
Yeah. Like they didn't look at Miranda Cosgrove and be like, "You're ugly. You want your own TV show?"
Sounds like someone was an ugly child.
I was. I wanted a TV show.
Now you have one, Taryn.
Hey.
You ever think that you'd be doing an iCarly?
Wait, were they just Saturday Night Live, but for like young teens? Like their show.
I guess. What did they even do on their show?
Skits.
Really?
Yeah, and then like they also hosted themselves.
This is just a podcast of me burping. Tell us about your good karma.
And me yawning. So I'm going through BlackRock, okay? I really wanted a fucking energy drink. So
no one likes it when you ASMR.
I'm driving through, and that wasn't really ASMR. That was more imitating Bill Burr on the Monday Morning Podcast. So I'm driving through the line, and I get to the front, and the girl working there is like, "Hey, what do you want to drink today?" And I'm like, And I saw a sign that says their frosted fuel is $2 for a large. So I was like, "Oh, I'll get a frosted fuel." I have no idea what a frosted fuel is. I
hope it's just crushed up Frosted Flakes.
And so the guy in front of me paid for my drink. And so I was like, "Oh, thanks so much." And in my head, I'm just like, I would have got a drink I actually wanted. Because I got it because it was $2.
Oh.
Like,
was it good?
It sucked.
Oh.
It was it was like peppermint flavored.
So far
it was like fucking peppermint flavored energy drink. Do you know how disgusting that is?
It tastes like Christmas in a can.
No, it doesn't. It like slightly like burnt your throat in a weird way. Because like it had that energy drink bite, but also that like peppermint, like minty, like kind of like chill on the back of your throat kind of feeling.
Yeah.
It was so wrong.
Like you're swallowing toothpaste.
But so they give me the drink. I'm like, "Oh, well," and I look at my rear view and there's 2 people in that car. So I'm like, buy both of them a drink for like on me.
Oh, you upped it. You went from 1 to 2.
And so she was like, "Oh, keeping the train going." I'm like, "Yeah. Probably gonna end with me." But I didn't say that.
Did you say that?
I didn't say that.
Oh, did you look back at their cars and see what they were driving?
Yeah, no, I didn't see what they were driving. I looked at them and I was like, they're not gonna do the same for the next person. So that was how I took it, from me being a good person to me being a bad person.
So you don't get any karma?
Yeah, I just middle ground my way through life. I don't get good or bad karma.
Okay. That is actually the perfect way to describe you as a person. You middle ground your way through life. You don't do any.
No,
you offset all your things that you do.
You know those like alignment charts that are like lawful good. I'm chaotic neutral. I'm a hard chaotic neutral. So like I don't do like things that are good or bad. I just do things that are self-involved but don't harm others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do like heroin and shit.
No.
That doesn't harm anyone.
It'd harm you.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're like, leaving needles everywhere.
Yeah, then you're like, "Oh, like, this does seem kind of fun. Terrence's a fun guy. Why would he do this if it wasn't fun?" And then you shit up.
I've never said you're a fun guy. I've thought it, but...
Oh,
eat a dick. Don't... Why do you do that? I don't like you as a person.
All right. So you've been working on having good karma. Like, is there anything else you like do in life to kind of achieve like? Do you think you're just trying to like make yourself happy by doing this, or are you doing this to help others? Because I feel like that's really what karma is. Because if you're doing this just to pat yourself on the back, I don't call that good karma as much.
No, that's definitely not good karma, and I think that way too.
Like, are you patting yourself on the back for delivering these fucking letters? A little.
No, I honestly keep forgetting about it, and then I remember. Because the problem is that I'm expecting her to text me, and I don't want that to happen.
All right, that's why you should have wrote my name on the envelope, like from Taryn.
Well, because you would never have had them. So it didn't make any sense.
From Santa.
From Santa. The North Pole.
From Santa, our address.
Well, also the reason too is if for some reason the address was wrong, I wanted them to be sent back to me so I could try and actually send them to her.
Yeah, you didn't hear that though. I said from Santa, our address.
Yeah.
And she just looks at that. Clearly Santa.
Yeah.
It's old Saint Nick coming through.
She's dumb. She's not.
I mean, she dated you.
Dude, you're
So
the third person to have said that today. I feel really good about myself. Thanks, everyone.
And I followed up with, so she's pretty smart.
Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did, but you didn't mean it.
It's
you
fucking,
didn't mean it.
It's fucking
about
recorded.
How you mean it. It's about how you mean it.
I meant it. Wanna know why? You wanna know why I meant it?
No.
Because I love you. Full homo.
I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore.
Like no homo and stuff like that?
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
No, they can go fuck themselves.
Who? The homosexuals?
Yeah, the gays.
Oh my god. What about all the other ones?
The bis can go fuck themselves. Actually,
why are lesbians not included in gay? Is gay just now men?
It's kind of just like, to be more exact. Just like, yes, global warming is happening, but climate change is the more correct term.
Yeah. I always like to make the joke that I can't wait for Portland to be like the new Southern California.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then every time I say that, I have to go look at someone and be like, that's not how global warming's working. But
yeah,
because it's just, you get the extremes. So it's going to be hotter in the summer and then really fucking cold in the winter, which it fucking is.
Well, but the also just overall temperature of the planet is rising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's getting like colder in the winter. Not necessarily. We're having more freak storms and things like that.
Yeah.
But it is getting hotter in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
And it's staying hotter longer as well, too.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Like, we have reached that point in global warming where everything's great.
Oh, fuck. No, it's not.
But yeah, so, like, what do you hope to achieve with your good karma? What's the end game plan?
Well, you know what? I'm hoping that my good karma will actually do something good for the world.
Good for the world. Wow.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that if we can all just shut the fuck up and do the right fucking thing, that this fucking pandemic will be over.
Ooh, that's something fun to talk about.
My mom asked me what I want for Christmas, and I said a COVID vaccine.
So the vaccine is on the horizon.
Yeah, actually, we're supposed to be getting it here in Oregon here real soon. Healthcare workers are supposed to get it first.
I'm wave 2.
Cause you're essential.
Yeah, because I'm considered a frontline worker.
What about me? I'm essential.
I don't think you're considered a frontline worker, though.
No, and neither are you. I mean, you're considered that, but you're not.
But, like, I'm one of the businesses that are actually essential.
Yeah,
like,
that will never, ever close.
Yeah, your business is, like, close to essential, so it stays open.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Without giving away too much about what we do.
Yeah.
Don't fucking look at me like that right now.
You've talked about what you do on the podcast, right?
A little bit, but not like super in depth. I haven't said, what I work for. I definitely don't wear all their shit all the time.
So, yeah, I'm clearly wearing my works merch right now.
Oh, fuck off. That gave it away too much.
No, I'm wearing... This is from
That is what you wear to work. That is what you wear to work
No, I'll wear, like, regular pants. I won't wear ripped up. But anyway,
pandemic, yeah.
So, there's a lot of talk. I still don't know if this is confirmed that you're going to get a COVID vaccine card.
I think that is 100% okay.
100%.
100%. If Bert Kreischer can do it every podcast, so can I. Why do I keep burping, man?
Because you keep downing fizzy fucking drinks.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
I'm like Charlie and Charlie.
I have a plandemic.
Oh, fuck off.
Coworker.
Okay, never mind. I should listen to what you say.
Yeah. I know, right? That's pretty much the whole essence of this podcast. You hearing the first thing I say and just losing your fucking mind while I still had more I was going to add to it. And then you'd be like, oh, okay, never mind. I agree with you. So I have a plandemic coworker, and she is going off about like how, oh, this is just another way the New World Order is trying to do this and that, and they're going to give us all cards and stuff, and if you don't have the vaccine, you won't be able to do this and that, and all I'm thinking is, good. But secondly, I don't understand why these people are so against getting a vaccine card, and having data on their phone, because she turns her data off on her phone whenever she comes to work, because if someone at work has COVID, they're going to show up at her house.
Well, yeah, they'll show up at your house because you're a registered employee of that place of business. So therefore, they'll show up at your work.
If there's an outbreak at work, well, they're not going to show up at your work. They're probably going to call, like the.
No, there's like people who go around contact tracers. Which I don't know how good they are because
it's not fucking working.
Didn't happen at my work when we had someone.
Yeah, no one's shown up at our house.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't understand what these people's problem is with getting like, oh, it's microchipped. It's so the government can keep track of you. Oh yeah, because you don't at all need like a car to like legally operate a vehicle. You don't need that vehicle registered to you. You don't need insurance to legally drive that vehicle. You don't have a card that literally has a number on it defining who you are as a person.
I don't agree with the microchipping part. I don't think that's happening. I don't think they're putting microchips on in your body.
It's not true.
You can show me evidence that they are.
It'll just be some link to Bill Gates saying something in 92 about how that's a technology that could be in the future, and they'll be like, see, Bill Gates how fund vaccines, so he must be doing it, even though Dolly Parton was the one who funded the Pfizer vaccine.
Who's a fucking gem of a person. She's the perfect like balance of like right and left, because everyone loves her.
Oh yeah,
people on the left love her, people on the right love her because she's a country star.
Yeah, and
she's just a great person.
Do you know what I've been loving about Dolly Parton being in this current spotlight is some feminists. I'm going to say that because they're not feminists. They're just men hater kind of people. Like come out like trying to like roast her husband. Like, yeah, and we don't even need to know her husband's name to know that she's great. Like, she's great on her own. She doesn't need him. And it's like, oh, did you know her name's not Dolly Parton? And that her husband chooses to remain anonymous, and she wears normal middle-aged woman clothes so people don't recognize her in day-to-day life because she doesn't want her life and family to be famous. Like, how fucking dull do you have to be to where you see someone do great and you need to drag people through the mud to be like, see, she can be great, men are garbage.
Exactly.
And it's like, just let her be great. Let it just end there. You don't need to drag others down because someone's doing well.
She's been doing great for a long time too. She's done a lot of charitable things for a long fucking time. Dude, Miley Cyrus talked about her because like she's become Miley Cyrus's mentor.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was so funny about it. She was talking about it on the Joe Rogan podcast, Miley Cyrus was, about how
for a second I thought you meant Dolly Parton.
She doesn't like really do like email or anything like that, or text or anything like that. So
Dolly Parton doesn't.
So how Miley gets in touch with her is she'll send like an email to her assistant or agent, and then she'll relay it to them, and then Dolly Parton will reply with like a tape recorder or something that she sends to her, if I remember correctly. It's just so wholesome, and one of them
that's almost like Mission Impossible. Just like
what's really wholesome too is that on one of Miley's songs where she does a duet with Dolly Parton called Rainbow Land.
Never heard of it.
It was on that album with Malibu, but she does a duet with Dolly Parton called Rainbow Land, and she plays one of the Dolly Parton tapes at the beginning and at the end.
Oh.
Wholesome as fuck.
Oh,
oh God.
So, Wolfgang Van Halen.
What? What about? What?
So he makes music.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Can you calm the fuck down?
What?
Oh my!
I just don't like.
What about Van Halen?
I don't like Van Halen. I think they're overrated.
Okay. Do you know who else is overrated? Miley Cyrus. She's actually better now.
Yeah, she's better now. I don't think she's that great.
Do you know who's overrated? Whoever the fuck seems better now, I think it's Post Malone.
It is Post Malone.
No.
Okay, go ahead about your fucking Wolfgang Van Halen
so, at the end of one of his songs, he plays a recording of a voicemail of his dad, When he was still alive.
Is this before or after he died?
Recent. Like the song came out recently.
The song came out recently. That's what I meant.
Yeah. And they asked him in an interview, like, oh, wow, that was, like, such a nice, like, voicemail. It was so, like, kind and just, like, so, like, pleasant. Like, was it your birthday? Was it, like, the day of, like, your wedding or something? Like, what was the occasion for him to leave, like, such a... He was like, no. He just left voicemails like that all the time. Like, he was just, like, a genuinely really good dad and, like, a good dude. And would just, like, leave these, like, ultra wholesome just voicemails. Just like, oh, like, you know, sorry I missed you. And, like, just leave this long message of how much, like, he loves and appreciates his son. And it's like, that's just so fucking wholesome and adorable.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I love Van Halen.
Oh, really?
Just like I love Eddie Van Halen. Sorry. Yeah. I should have said that. I love Eddie Van Halen.
What about the drummer?
Of the band. John Blunt? No, that's Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is the drummer?
It's also it's a Van Halen. I just can never remember his name.
Oh, it's the other one?
He's the lesser known Halen.
It's Van Halen, not Van Hagar. David Lee Roth is the singer of Van Halen that I do appreciate. I don't like the Sammy Hagar one.
Oh.
When they switched lead singers. Yeah. I just didn't like some of their songs. I think they're overrated.
I mean, the only good thing about Van Halen was the instrumental.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen was fucking fantastic. Yeah. He's one of the greatest guitar players ever. Now, let's talk about someone who's overrated. We're gonna get into a little bit of music here. Jimi Hendrix is overrated, and I like Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah, he's held up on a pedestal of what he could have been. Because
what he showed brief glimpses of, because it's really only a few songs where he's great. Now, you have Hey Joe, you have Purple Haze, you have all these big time songs, and there's a lot of other ones I like Red House, Manic Depression, songs like that. He does have quite a few good songs, but you listen to the other songs that nobody talks about, they're incoherent ramblings of a drug addict.
Yeah.
And they're like this video, the famous video of him destroying his guitar and lighting it on fire. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like Pete Townsend of The Who destroying the equipment and shit like that, where it was just like chaotic. Like this was like he would like destroy it, and then he was like doing some weird voodoo shit on the guitar to light it on fire.
So, we talked about this very briefly in another episode. I can't remember if it was Sober Music. But about how you have all the time in the world to make your first album. Like, your first releases, you have all the time in the world to make it. You'll be working on it for 10 years before it finally comes out. But then you have 2 or 3 years to put out the next one. And you're touring, so you're super busy.
Yeah, like, you tour for half that time.
Yeah, so you don't have the same amount of time writing and working on the music. So everyone always complains, oh, it's not as good as your first album.
Yeah, this was the Royal Blood by Royal Blood, so surprisingly music podcast we talked about.
Jesus Christ, do you listen to our podcast?
No, I just remember that. I have a very good memory.
But anyway, so, oh yeah, you're correct, because that was their first album, right?
That's also how I remembered it.
And, so, because he died so young, we never got to see if he was going to consistently keep making great music.
Yeah, he put out the 2 or 3 albums, I think.
Yeah. And then I think it was 2.
2 albums.
I could be
wrong. albums.
But yeah, so it's kind of hard to gauge greatness at that level. Like, I mean, just like for how long he played. Like, yes, he was great while he was playing, but who knows if he would have kept living, if he would have kept being great.
Something that I found out today, because yesterday I went to a store and picked up a vinyl copy of the brand new White Stripes Greatest Hits album that just put out. It's the first White Stripes Greatest Hits album that's come out. And I was reading some reviews on it. I don't know why I was reading reviews on it. I think it just came up because I Googled it, which I hate that. I'm going to start using DuckDuckGo or whatever it is. So I was reading some reviews on it, and this guy brought up this interesting fact about how Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was considered the first album of this new album era, where albums weren't just a compilation of songs. They could also form narratives and stories.
Yeah.
Which I never ever thought about that. And then it makes complete sense because I'm pretty well versed in 50s and 60s music.
Yeah.
I'd say probably better than you.
Yeah.
I can't think of any album. I can't think of any album before Sgt. Pepper's that really forms like a narrative story.
Yeah.
And like that will bring us to our next Surprisingly Music podcast.
Oh God.
That will be similar.
You mean the episode we're talking about that we're going to record? I thought you meant you were going to give me like Sgt. Pepper. I was like, please don't do this.
No. It's because the one that you gave me is pretty narrative, story driven, kind of an album, which I always thought was weird.
Yeah,
but it makes sense.
It's prog. That's prog rock music.
Is that what prog rock is?
Yeah, like Coheed and Cambria, Rush.
Coheed and Cambria is prog rock?
Yeah. It's a pretty broad genre. Like, it's mostly, like, a lot of, like, technical guitar work and drums and stuff. And the vocals are usually kind of weird. But the band I gave you has pretty, like, good vocals.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Like, it's not like that Rush sound.
What was the band again?
Pink Closure Lemonade? In Moscow.
Closure in Moscow.
Album is Pink Lemonade.
Pink Lemonade, okay.
But no, so I thought of a great analogy for Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
He is like the quarterback for the Ducks, Mariota.
Mariota.
Mariota?
Yeah, it's like Mario.
Okay. And let's say...
This is a few years ago, too. He hasn't played for them in a while. Yeah.
And then let's say bands that do great are like Justin Herbert. Like, that keep having a career.
Yeah, in the NFL.
So, everyone's watching Mariota be amazing on the Ducks. He was insane. After he left the Ducks, I've heard jack shit about him.
Yeah, he hasn't done very good.
Yeah. Because, like, it turned out that was his career, was being great on the Ducks.
Pretty much, yeah.
Justin Herbert is being amazing in the NFL, too. Yeah. So, you could look at both of their college career and be like, wow, they're doing about the same good in terms of talent. They're both amazing quarterbacks. But the difference is, well, what happened as time kept going on? Some people fall off, some people keep doing great. You don't know because he died. Not Mariota, Jimi Hendrix.
I don't think he was going to be able to pull it off very longer.
I don't know. I think he was going to, but you never know. I
think he'd have a few hits here or there, but it was just going to get weird because LSD does a lot of weird things.
Yeah, I feel like he was going to be a good featured act.
Playing at county fairs.
Well, I more so meant like what Pitbull does, basically. Doesn't even make his own music, really just shows up on other people's music.
Mr. Worldwide.
Or Sean Paul. I love a good Sean Paul feature. Because it sounds like they sent a finished song to the studio and they were like, do you know who'd be good on this song? Sean Paul. And then they just like send the finished song, like it's already a done song, to him. And he's just like, Sean Paul in the background randomly. And it's like, what are you doing? You're not adding to the song.
I hate that. I honestly do hate that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's become more of a... It used to be like a, hey, we're going to duet this and do something together, combine our forces, like David Bowie and Freddie Mercury, Under Pressure.
Oh, yeah.
They combined forces to become something that was different. But let me finish. When these bands have other acts come in and feature on them, it's like, hey, here's our song, and then we're going to take this one artist and clip in their little bit of thing that sounds exactly like something they would do into our song. Like, I just listened to a Run the Jewels and Royal Blood feature, and you hear Run the Jewels, and then you hear Royal Blood. I'm like, that doesn't sound good. It sounds like I'm listening to two different things when it should be one.
Or... even worse, in my opinion, is when, like Tessa Violet featuring Mr. Wives,
it didn't
Mandy Lee.
Catch you.
Like, it just, there was nothing special about her part. It didn't like scream featured.
Tessa could have sang that.
It could have easily just in the original she does. They released that song twice.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go put that song on my playlist instead of the other one.
On Spotify, it plays back to back if you just listen like in order of popular songs.
Well,
and I'm just like, wait, why is it playing again?
Oh, nice catch.
Good eyes. Even though I'm blind. But no, like pretty much two good collab songs that I can think of in recent history are, and they're not so much songs I like, they're songs that do a collab well. Me by Taylor Swift and Brendan Urie, because it's actually like...
It is those two combined.
Yeah.
It is Panic at the time and Taylor Swift
I wouldn't say
combined.
it's Panic, it's Brendan.
Panic is Brendan. Brendan is Panic. At this point in time, the two are unison.
I would say Panic is fueled by ramen, but yeah.
But Panic at the Disco now, that's what I'm saying, is right now. Panic is Brendan, Brendan's Panic.
No, I still think that the label has too much say over what Panic does.
Really?
Brendan, I'm sure, has a lot of say.
Are you saying he's a cuck to the record label?
No, I'm saying he's signed a contract and he's just stuck there. But I think he's happy with it. Like, I think he has enough say to keep him happy.
Oh, yeah, he's very happy.
But anyway, and then the other one is King for a Day by Pierce the Veil. Kind of older, like 6 years old now. But it's like that perfect duet style where it's just two...
Who's in it? You said Pierce the Veil and...
Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens.
Okay.
And like it's a full-on, they keep trading off. They both do the chorus. They both do the verses. Because so much of featured songs right now are just... all right, I have half of the second verse for you. And that's it. So it's kind of like you're stoked for the feature. And then it's like, oh, cool, that 10-second part with them was cool, I guess. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of like lackluster when it's just like the back half of the verse, or it's the breakdown or the bridge or something, like just some like kind of small part of the song when it's the feature act. It's like I want the feature act to be there for the song.
Yeah, you want them to be featured.
Yeah.
It's kind of the whole point of it. It's like, hey guys, we're actually going to be like doing something a little different. We got this person coming in to do it. That's like, going to school and like, hey, we're going to have a guest speaker today. And they only like, are there for 5 minutes, instead of like the whole class period,
Yeah.
And it's like, no. We wanted to learn more about the ant farms, the alien ant farms.
Ew.
Yeah, they're a bad band.
That band that did the cover Smooth Criminal, but like a pop punk version.
Can we talk about how Smash Mouth is ska?
They aren't ska.
I mean, they're pretty fucking close.
There's no trumpets.
They're pretty fucking close.
There's no horns. They don't... Ska bands are a minimum 12-piece act, okay?
That's not wrong.
They need an entire horn section.
That is not wrong. That is not wrong. You're pretty accurate.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones are fucking great.
They are. Can we talk about how you just said that that Me song by Taylor Swift is really good?
I didn't say it was really good.
But you did.
I said it was a really good style of how a feature act should be.
I'm getting into a Taylor Swift phase again, and I'm sorry for what is going to happen over the next few weeks. So, I'm just saying, I'm going to be around the house. I'm going to be listening to Taylor Swift.
I'm just saying, if you give me a Taylor Swift album,
no.
I'm going to quit.
I'm not going to give you a Taylor Swift album. But I did make a podcast that I called on Spotify, which also, I want to talk to you about this real quick before I talk about this. I have proven that my podcast, or not my podcast, my playlists are still being listened to by my ex.
Oof.
And her friends.
Oof.
That's what's weird about it. So I make some pretty goddamn good playlists for the music that I like.
Yeah, I was going to say...
You don't listen to playlists. We won't talk about that.
I listen to one playlist. Thank you.
Your daily mix, that doesn't count.
No, Nick Nocturnal's top 100 modern metal songs.
So, anyway, your bullshit aside.
It's a good fucking playlist.
I make some pretty good playlists, and me and my ex had very similar music tastes. And she would listen to my playlist almost exclusively. She'd make some of her own playlists, and like, for like, like workouts and whatnot, stuff that was like kind of specific to you.
Yeah.
I also found out one of her friends looked me up on Spotify and was listening.
Which one? Give me first initial.
A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she was listening to my playlist as well.
Actually, you know what? You could have just said she, and I would have known.
That's fucked up, but so accurate. Oh, God. She was listening to my playlist, and I do know that they are still listening to my playlist. So I like to make new playlists that have fucked up songs on them.
Dude, you just need to throw in something fucking just wild.
But
throw in you made it halfway into the album. Throw track number 3 in from Pink Lemonade. The one with the seductress talking at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made a playlist.
Which, all right. First, we're going to talk about it again on Surprisingly Music, but I need to talk about it now.
I've only listened to it once.
The age of consent in Australia is 17, so the line at the beginning of that song isn't as weird as it sounds.
How does it go again?
She's only 17, but she just wants to be desired.
Well, I mean,
like
the beginning to I Saw Her Standing There by the Beatles, she was just 17, and I saw her standing there.
So, like, and, like, when that line came up, I'm just like, to my American ears, that's not correct.
Actually, I was just wrong. The beginning to I Saw Her Standing There, she was just 17, if you know what I mean. That's weird.
I mean, like, they're from the UK where, you know...
There is no age of consent.
Thought it was 16.
So I just made a playlist that is probably going to annoy you at some point over the next few weeks. It's called The Stuff I Should Be Ashamed to Listen to But Am Not. It starts off with Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Then it goes to Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles, which is a good song.
Harry Styles is a great artist.
He is. He's a little fucking weird.
He's going to go down in the books.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll go down as a good artist, but not one of the greatest.
Well, he's going to go down as a great pop star for sure.
Oh, for sure. Next is All the Good Girls Go to Hell by Billie Eilish.
Great song.
It is a good song. Body Talks featuring Kesha by the Struts. I love Kesha. You can go fuck yourself. Next song is Crush by Tessa Violet. It's a great song. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. That's a catchy song, even though
never
I feel very like I'm a white man, so it doesn't. This is the song I was telling you about last night that starts out with.
Yeah.
It's a very like white man great till he got to be great. It's like, okay, I guess I'm fucked up because I'm white. Yeah. The One That Got Away by Katy Perry. This is off of the California Girls album. Yeah, because that Katy Perry was good. The new one's not. Malibu by Miley Cyrus. Good song.
Okay.
A classic banger. Same Old Love by Selena
Are we just
Gomez.
going through your playlist? What is this?
I'm telling you, this is what you're gonna have to listen to. I'll go through the hits, but these are like Same Old Love by Selena Gomez. That's a good song. I like that song.
Never listened.
I got some Jonas Brothers on here. I got Cool and Sucker off their new album because those are the only good Jonas Brothers songs. My favorite one on the rest of the playlist is Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift, because that is a shit song, but for some reason I love it. Where she goes, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Yeah, it is the most annoying.
That is such a stupid song.
It is
in the right mood.
The
it is perfect.
worst Taylor Swift song by far. Worse than all her country bullshit.
It's worse than her hit. It's the worst of all her hits.
Yeah. And it's definitely one of the better hardcore covers I've seen of pop songs.
It is. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Who did that one?
Our Last Night.
Yes.
Terrible band.
But they did a good cover.
Like, their releases legit are no bueno. Like, their albums and stuff. Like, the only thing they have going for them is their covers.
But we've brought up Taylor Swift a few times on this podcast. Let's talk about that commercial.
No. Now we're going to go through my playlist.
Oh, fuck
so
off.
we have Devoid by Carcosa. Aeon by Defamed. It's the Nick Nocturnal's modern metal playlist.
I haven't recognized one thing that you've said.
It's all like death metal and stuff. Devoid by Carcosa slaps. That song gets my blood pumping, and they have like 20,000 monthly listeners, and I love listening to bands like that.
Yeah, what is that about you?
Because they have so much more passion.
But I feel like sometimes the passion and creativity can like
Well, also it just feels like they're trying harder. Like I feel like once you have 1 million, you're like, all right, now I need to just do the same thing again and just keep the train running. Where they're trying to get the train running. They're trying to start a train, okay?
That's accurate. I can see that. But let's talk about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
That commercial that came out that Ryan Reynolds made.
The Satan one?
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds. We already talked about that.
When did we talk about that one?
Last podcast.
Was that the Surprisingly Music podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, then we did. All right, well.
Yeah, this is why you shouldn't drink during episodes.
That's the whole point of the podcast, Taryn. Is me drinking and you not drinking because you still have somehow have drunk energy, and I do too because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not that drunk. I'm going to sleep good tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, you will.
And wake up really hungover.
Yeah, because of what I put in your drink.
You didn't put anything because I opened both of these.
I meant the one upstairs.
There are no drinks upstairs.
I gave you some pink lemonade.
Ugh. Pink lemonade is actually probably the best lemonade. Hot
they
take.
taste the same to me. Yeah. Well,
What,
I've never
like dick and vagina.
I've never tasted them side by side, so I don't actually know. Like I never drank some pink lemonade, then drank some regular lemonade.
That's because people who have regular.
No, like I take one at a time. I don't take like two at a time. You know.
That's on camera that you just.
Yeah, I know that.
That you were just sucking 2 dicks.
Yeah, that was the joke. I'm glad you caught it. Good job, buddy.
I don't like that. I want you to ever do that.
I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks, Paul. Can we talk about... So I posted this on our Twitter. Surprisingly, words.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's where you like to repost memes from Reddit.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be the first one. So in order to get to Twitter, memes have to go through 4chan, Reddit, and then Facebook, and then Twitter. That is the chain.
It goes Twitter before Facebook. Facebook, it's like memes like a week after.
Okay, so I just was skipping a thing. Skipping a step. Sure. I wasn't. But I posted on there, I don't trust guys who like being called daddy. I don't
it's
trust.
Weird. Why do you wanna pretend like you're fucking your daughter?
I just find it so fucking weird. I just find it so weird. I tell everyone at work to do what you did.
Sure thing, sport.
Sure thing, sport.
The classic.
Fuck me harder, daddy. Sure thing, sport.
That just the look of pain, anguish, and anger in her eyes when I said that to her, like,
and it's like
it was a roller coaster of emotions going in her head.
It's like your dick is inside me right now. Like that's what she's thinking.
Yeah.
And she's like, you gotta pull out or keep going there, champ. Just keep going.
She had some big fucking titties, but man, they just hang there sadly with the bra off.
Jesus.
Not to body shame a woman.
You are such a body shamer.
I am.
You have very specific dimensions of a girl. You're like Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I wouldn't say I'm specific. Just, I like them double-digit weights.
Fuck.
Dude, like, no one I've long-term dated was even close to double-digit weight. Valerie, I think, was like 130, 135.
That's because she was tall.
Yeah, Emily was like 120, I think.
That's because apparently she had a fat ass.
Oh, she had a fat fucking ass. That thing was that thing was Pixar MILF mom level fucking ass. All right? What is with Pixar and fat fucking asses?
Oh, Andy's mom from Toy Story had a fat fucking ass.
Dude, Aunt Cass from Big Hero 6.
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen it. Wreck-It Ralph, never seen it.
Okay, I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph either.
This is incredible.
I think she was flexing it, though, with her stretch power.
Yeah, but what about Andy's mom, then?
She had a dump truck ass.
Got a dump truck.
Yeah.
Is that what Andy played with for the dump truck? Oh, man. Mom, bring that booty over here. I need to build a castle.
Oh, Mom, you want to play with Buzz and Woody?
Oh, God.
Honey, that's my vibrator.
When I saw that meme for the first time, it ruined my life. Because I love Toy Story. I haven't seen the new one, though.
I haven't seen any of them past 2. I saw
Toy Story
1 and
3
2.
was sad, and they should have ended it there.
I mean, honestly, they should have ended it with the first one.
Wow! That was uncalled for.
I'd like the second one, but, like, why did they keep making more? Just like with Finding Dory. Like, it's all cash grabs.
Oh, yeah. Finding Dory was stupid.
It performed well. Let's make more of it. And Monsters University sucked.
Dude, why have we not seen more 2319 memes of when they're trying to when the sock comes in, you know?
Oh,
they're doing like the fucking like quarantine on it.
So one thing I want to say though, two things I want to say that was really good about Monsters University.
I have not seen it, so I don't know.
Okay, so one scene is they walk by young Randall and someone makes fun of him for wearing glasses. They're like, dude, like, stop wearing the glasses. You look like a loser. So he takes them off, and that's why he's always squinting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's how they just went back and made that, like, part of the canon of why he's always squinting in the movie.
Wasn't it Steve Buscemi who voiced him?
I don't know. I'm
really good at picking up voices of people, aren't I?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It's really scary because we'll be watching, like, an animated show, and I'll be like, is that person?
Is that Dean Cain?
Dean Cain? And I'm always 100% right. 100.
100%.
I'm just saying, Bert's a piece of shit.
I like how we, at one point in this podcast, were like complimenting Bill and stuff, but then Bert, we just drag him.
Bert Kreischer.
It would take a lot of energy to drag that motherfucker.
Oh man.
I love
We're
Bert.
comedy. We're comedy.
We're comedy. Bumping mics.
We should do that. I feel like that would actually be a good thing for you and me. I feel like that
style of comedy.
Yeah. That would be funny. We should do that.
Except like now pitching it to like Helium or something would be impossible. No, like we're really funny like together, so we're gonna do like a bumping mics kind of thing. Is that cool? And they're just gonna look at us like literally every 2 male best friends think the same way you guys currently think, but we are actually funny.
Oh, you're not helping. You make me feel really bad about this whole thing. All 2 viewers, which they're both sitting here on this couch, are gonna think we're pieces of shit.
Yeah, I do think we're pieces of shit.
Well,
but the other really good thing in Monsters University is they're going off to sneak into Monsters Inc. because they want to go see like the scare room and everything. And when the mom drives them to the place, she's like, "Oh, I'll just be sitting here listening to my tunes." It's like death metal, just fucking blasting away. She rolls up the window and just... It's like, what the fuck?
That's you.
Why did they put that in there? Yeah, that'll be me in like 20 years if I have kids.
You won't.
I won't. I want a vasectomy.
You want one?
Yeah.
Go get one. I can give you one. I got scissors. I got razor blades in the garage.
You got some razors and some whiskey to pour on it.
You don't want to use brown liquor because it's got like sugars and shit in it. You want to use clear liquor.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, just so in case you're like...
So, did you go through all the aviation gin?
I didn't. I had a sip of it and then some fucking other piece of shit with the name that I fucking hate. Just so y'all know, I'm called Travis a lot and I hate that fucking name. So that's the name that I hate if I bring it up. So a person with that name drank all my aviation gin by Ryan Reynolds.
Well, it's not by Ryan Reynolds. It got bought by Ryan Reynolds.
It's been sold by Ryan Reynolds. So.
Yeah.
And he made $1 bajillion on it.
Dude, it's really weird to see him become like an entrepreneur.
He's like Match.com and now he's like on
Mint Mobile. I'm probably going to get Mint Mobile.
I mean, if Ryan Reynolds is on it, why not? Fuck Sprint, you sellouts. They sold to T-Mobile. What a bunch of pussies.
Yeah. No, the only downside is people complain about Mint Mobile.
Okay.
It's like people complain about like phone contracts and stuff. Like, oh, I get a no contract plan. It's so much better because of this and that. I'm like, yeah, but I want a new phone, and I don't want to pay $1,200 while I'm standing at the register.
Yeah.
I want to pay $200, then have $50 tacked onto my bill, every bill for the next year.
You know
or
what's
2
better?
years.
Is paying $0 at the register and then having to pay $40 a month.
Okay.
Actually, I think mine's only like $26, but I have a dual screen. Oh!
Yeah, one of the screens didn't turn on.
Wait. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Both screens are on.
You did it. Spotify listeners are confused.
Spotify listeners. Who do they think we are? Joe Rogan? Fuck off. I love Spotify. Can we become a Spotify exclusive?
No.
We'll just delete all our other RSS feeds.
So wait, I still don't listen to Rogan ever. Is like they still doing the videos on Spotify thing?
So the video is on Spotify, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on because it sounds like it has become like exclusively Spotify because old young Jamie over there posted that fucking sweet hype video, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Did you watch it?
It was adorable.
It was so fucking funny.
I love the last one where he's like, I don't think Jamie can pull it up.
It's like, Jamie, you're being called up by Jake the Snake. Which made it so much better, Jake the fucking Snake. But I think it's become exclusive to Spotify because I keep seeing things that say exclusive. So it's exclusive to Spotify. What does exclusive mean?
I think that just means it's not going to be on any other the music streaming services. It's not going to be on Pandora. It's not going to be on Apple Radio or Apple Music or whatever. It's not going to be on SoundCloud or anything. It's just only going to be on Spotify and then YouTube because it's a different platform.
So I don't try to be a judgmental person, but there are two things that I will judge you 100% on. That's if you wear flip-flops and if you use Pandora over Spotify.
So,
Pandora is a shit app.
So, are you familiar with the band Trapped? Headstrong will take you on.
Oh, yeah.
Headstrong to take on anyone. So, he is a garbage human being.
Who is?
Chris Taylor Brown, the vocalist of Trapped.
Wait, please tell me he used to go by Chris Brown, and then he's like, I gotta add my middle name in.
He rose to popularity at Chris Brown's peak, so he kind of just had to from then. It wasn't even because of the Rihanna thing or anything. It was because there was just already a Chris Brown. Like Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan. Like, you know, you can't just go around calling yourself Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but it's also funny that his name is Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. But because Jordan. I'm saying this, he's probably going to attack us on Twitter. And no, don't tweet him. I'm not getting into a Twitter feud with Chris Taylor Brown because he will literally be headstrong enough to take on anyone. He responds to people with like 10 followers like all the time.
Then let's do it, Taryn. We have no followers.
No, it's obnoxious the shit he says. Like
you just started with him when we don't send anything.
No, it's dumb.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
No, don't.
We need.
I'm going to change the password.
We need exposure.
No one. He does it so much, you gain nothing from it. Like if Wendy's calls you out, they call out they argue with individuals so infrequently, it's funny when they do it. When you literally argue with 80 different people a day, you're just lost in a long list of people that he yelled at that day.
That's fair. What do we need to do to get Wendy's attention?
It's superficial and dumb.
Okay, now what were you saying about him?
So, someone recently said his music is trash. And he responded, you know, like, oh, this was a concert from last year where we performed, and he showed a video of the crowd. And it was just like, okay, who was headlining is my first question because it wasn't you.
Oof.
Then secondly, so he got in a huge feud with Dance Gavin Dance. Yeah. And was like, I'm bigger than you'll ever be. I have more Pandora listeners than you. He always likes to bring up the Pandora statistics, which is sad.
Yeah, it's like, what about Spotify? What about the things that matter?
So, to one guy, he brought up his Spotify numbers because of the rap thing. Now it's like, oh, here's your total streams for the year. I'm not going to find it right now. But he posted that, and I was like, huh, I wonder. And I went and looked at Dance Gavin Dance's post because he was like, oh, I have way more monthly listeners than you guys. And they're like, yeah, but we have more streams than you. And he's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. Nope, I have more monthly listeners. I have more monthly listeners. Yeah, but they all listen to one song by you. Everyone just listens to that song once and then hits next on the playlist of their 3 Days Grace fucking playlist or whatever. And Dance Gavin Dance had like 8 times as many listens as them. It was like 50 million versus like almost 400 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, Dance Gavin Dance is huge. I didn't know they were that big. Like, they are pretty monstrous. But, yeah, they had like just way more streams than Trapped. And I was just like, I kind of wanted to tweet a picture of Dance Gavin Dance's stats to him from in response to that tweet. But I was like, I'm going to just leave this.
Can I just tweet something random at him, just like, hey, check out our podcast, like just one of like our surprisingly music podcasts, check it out, and just tweet it at him, see what he does. And we don't say anything bad about him.
Well, no, because he takes everything as an attack right now. He'll just be like, what, are you two phonies who don't know shit about music trying to make a name for yourself? Go fuck yourself. I sold out 20 arenas last year. And it'll just be like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
that's kind of what I want to say.
Don't engage.
Don't engage.
It's like, yeah, watching the crack addict on the corner yell at you will be funny, but how about we just don't?
That's accurate, because I hate, like
when the
shit.
crazy guy on the bus starts saying shit, you know?
Like, dude, shut up before you say the N-word and I have to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Okay?
So that if there is a black person nearby, they'll look at me and be like, alright, he's good.
It's like, I'm a straight white male. I'm the one who has to take control of the situation.
Dude, I forget what comedian it was, but he was talking about how black people took the phrase away, he's one of the good ones, from white people. Because, like, you know, it always used to be, like, you know, like in the 50s and 60s and stuff, like, oh, that black guy, he's one of the good ones. You know, he's one of the good ones. And now it's like, oh, that white guy that's, like, woke and, like, progressive, he's one of the good ones.
But you can't be too progressive.
Yeah, because then you're just obnoxious.
Because then you're just, like, obnoxious, like, do you black people like me? Do you guys like me?
A black person, hello!
Hello! Hello, kind sir.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. Would you like some non-grape flavored drinks?
But
sorry, that was there. I had to say.
But if you're interested, I do also have grape flavored. But I'm not saying that's what you want to drink. I have all the flavors.
Exactly. This is a skit. This is not real. This is not our opinions. We're Saturday Night Live.
We're making fun of people who are overly woke.
You can't be overly woke. There's a middle ground that you have to follow.
That's something I would like to talk about. People who call themselves woke. I did it earlier, but I kind of did it half as a joke. There are people who put woke like in their bio.
What does woke mean, man?
Well, so woke was made by black people, and they called white people woke. Like, oh, like you're like out here supporting like Black Lives and Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. You're woke, like that, and it's like early 2000s terminology. And then white people took it, and they're just like, I'm woke. I'm woke. I think that way. I'm woke. And it's like the whole idea is like they're saying like I'm awakened to the truth is like the way white people are using it.
Don't say the truth.
And the thing about that is everyone thinks they think correctly. Like, you don't walk around being racist and think the way I think is wrong, but it's what I like. Like, no, you racists walk around thinking like, nope, what I think's right. White people are the best. White people are the best. That is correct. That is correct. They don't walk around like, yeah, I hate all other minorities. I'm a terrible person for doing it, but I'm going to keep doing it. Like, that's not what they're doing. Everyone lives in their head thinking they're right. That's why they vote the way they vote.
And that's what doesn't make any sense. So, I think I've told you this before. I'm sure that I have told you several times this. So, background, I rode my motorcycle from here to Pennsylvania. We're in Oregon to Pennsylvania a few years ago, and then I rode it back, but halfway back my motorcycle blew up, the engine blew up. So I was stuck in this tiny little town in Iowa, And I was at a bar trying to get a ride to Omaha, Nebraska to catch a plane. And I ended up finding this guy who was going to give me a ride. So I was hanging out with him and his friends. And there was one black person in this whole bar. Like, this was the one night that the... wow, that was fucking... I just want to give props to Taryn. Our camera goes for 20 minutes. And he got it at 1 second before it shut off.
I saw 0 on the screen.
There was a 0 on the screen, and we have to reset the whole camera and do it when it goes. And he got it at 1 second.
I got it at 0 seconds.
You got it at 0 seconds, and it saved it. It didn't reset.
So, I'm awake now.
Yeah, you are awake. So there was one. So there was one black person in this whole town. And this guy in this friend group was saying some racist ass shit.
And you're just sitting there like...
I'm like, I need a ride, so...
You're just sitting there like, kind of slowly pulling the hood on, you know?
No, so it wasn't the guy who was giving me a ride. It was one of his friends. But you
still didn't want to be like...
And he was saying some like racist ass shit. And this one black girl who's a bartender at the bar... who was off, who had just gotten off, started, like, heard him and looked over at him, and he saw that she saw, and he's just like, oh, but not you. We know you. And I was like, oh, you may be thinking about applying that logic to the other black people you don't know?
Yeah.
Like, and I said that
like,
to him.
they're all a bunch of thises and that's, but not you, I like you. But the rest of your people are this.
And
good for you for betraying your people to come sit with us.
Not to say that I can relate in any way, but it's similar in a way to when people say
I can't relate, but let me relate it.
When people say to us that, like, oh, your generation does this, but not you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you and I get that a lot at work. At our jobs.
Yeah.
That people say that about you and people say that about
millennials me. Are lazy. Millennials don't want to work. Millennials are good for nothing. Fucking bums and stuff. And it's just like, but not you.
Because both you and I are managers at our jobs.
Yeah.
We're managers.
And we're managers because we do a good job.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't like... I don't know about you, but I didn't suck dick to the top, you know. I can't speak for you.
Say. I'm just kidding. I didn't. I ate out. Oh man, it was tough getting my beard out of there. It was like Velcro.
Oh, referencing my tweets.
Yeah. We tweet sometimes a lot.
Yeah.
Too much.
Would you eat pussy to get a promotion?
Depends. I like it.
Depends on whether she wears Depends or not.
Yeah, if she wears Depends, I'm definitely doing it. She's got power and money, and I like that.
Wait, what?
If she's in a position of power and where it depends, like, she's got money. Diapers cost money, man. It's like having another kid.
That is the weirdest train of logic I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I'm 2 beers in and like 4 shots.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, man. All right, I would eat out an old lady.
Okay.
To get a better job.
That's all I wanted to hear. Would you eat out old Harvina Weinstein to be Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, no, fuck that. I don't want to be in the DC universe.
Dude, I don't care. It's Batman.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of Batmans. George Clooney was Batman, and he had nipples. Okay?
I mean, they all have nipples. He just had very visible nipples.
Well, his costume had nipples.
Yeah.
That's what was bothersome.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like, who made that decision?
You don't know how many nipples the other ones had. You know if Michael Keaton had nipples? Huh? Do you know if Adam West had nipples? He had nipples. We saw them. I don't think I ever... Well, you know, we did see...
Do you know what freaks me out? Those people who have, like, multiple nipples. Like, more than 2.
I was going to say...
Like...
Multiple is 2. Everyone has multiple nipples.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I have nipples.
You don't have any?
No.
Good.
I'm barren.
Actually, I've seen your weird-ass Hershey Kiss nipples.
You see my nipples a lot.
I don't like that, the way you said that. You said a lot.
No, I haven't seen your nipples in a while.
Oh, that tickled.
Oh my god.
Was that bothersome for you?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
What were we talking about?
Hershey Kiss nipples.
Oh, we were also talking about some race shit too.
Yeah.
We're getting really deep. We're being very problematic, Taryn.
I don't think we're being problematic. We're calling out people who are the
but then I said
ones.
people calling out our generation, which I didn't actually mean it in the
height
of racism.
I understand how black people are. My generation went through a lot of shame.
I'm just saying, as a straight white male, this is the most I can relate. I'm not saying I'm 100% relating to you. I can kind of relate.
I don't understand the level of struggle that you go through, but it's like I go through something that is a discrimination that's vaguely similar, so I can understand based on that how bad your experience must be, given that yours is a bigger problem.
Yeah, yours is much worse.
We're being discriminated in the same way, hard quotes on that people are picking a group and shitting on it, but your group is getting shit on worse.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I understand what it's like to be a black person. I understand what that concept feels like. And a lot of people will still just no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I get that I don't understand the magnitude, but I get the idea of it.
Yeah, it's like an earthquake. There was an earthquake yesterday, literally 30 miles away from where we live. Did you feel it? No, I didn't, because it was super small. It was it barely registered. But the fucking San Andreas fault goes, everyone fucking feels that, you know?
Yeah. Dude, that is something I'm loving in this era of streamers and stuff. There was a major earthquake in California, and Valkyrie was streaming, Sykkuno was streaming, and they're just what the fuck? At least I think Sykkuno was. Anyways, but yeah, it's really fun to you get to watch people just on live stream experience an earthquake in real time. Just watch their house collapse in on them.
I don't think that happens very often.
So something I didn't know until pretty recently is that entire gang, the offline TV people, Ray, Pokimane, Toast, all these
YouTubers.
Yeah, all these YouTubers, they have a community house.
I don't like that.
So all the girls, from what I could tell, live in one house, and all the dudes live in another house, and then some of them just live near the house and go to the house often. But yeah, they have it's from what I can tell, an 8-bedroom house or something.
And they all each have their own bedrooms with studios in it.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Just be your own fucking person.
But they also live in LA. Or near LA.
Where they make plenty of money to live fine.
But still, that's still crazy expensive.
Where they all make crazy money doing jack fucking shit. Let's be honest, if you stream games, you're not doing anything for the world.
Oh yeah, you're not. But you get a lot of money.
Yeah.
Charlie's definitely one of the bigger ones, and he said
Moist
he makes...
Critical.
Yeah, he said he makes about $70,000 a stream.
A stream?
Or, I mean, a month.
Okay.
A month for streaming. And so I would say these other channels who are...
That's just streaming. That's not YouTube videos and
I would
podcast.
say these other channels who are a bit smaller probably make 30 to 40. But rent down there for a house is probably $10,000.
But also Charlie lives in Florida.
Yeah, but I'm saying these people who live in LA.
Where I feel like they're probably bigger than Charlie.
No, they're not.
They're not?
Charlie's huge.
Is he really?
His supporters as well go hard on him. His support is support. They go bananas for him.
So it's like Bill Murray's fan base.
Yeah.
The band. He's only got what, 20,000? 200,000
I think.
Listeners on Spotify, but they are all dedicated fans.
Oh yeah.
He has a couple million subscribers on YouTube, and they all go hard for him.
No, on YouTube he only has 50,000 subs.
No. Charlie.
Charlie. Okay. Yeah, he has almost 300,000 monthly listeners.
And Charlie has a couple million subscribers.
Yeah.
And they all go hard for him.
Yeah. think he has like 6 million subs.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's it?
PewDiePie has 100 million.
Which I don't understand. It's like PewDiePie said that he's his influence.
PewDiePie's actual following is probably around 20 to 30 million. But so many people in the T-Series race were creating duplicate accounts.
What is T-Series?
It's a music production from India, and they were racing PewDiePie to 100 million subscribers. They won, but like people in India were doing the same thing, just making mass amounts of fake accounts. Like if you went on their channel, each video was only getting like 100,000 views. But for whatever reason, they had 100 million subscribers.
Because there's 1 billion people in India.
Yeah, and they put out like 10 videos a day of just like typical India Bollywood style like music. And it was like, it's all garbage.
Whatever floats your goat.
But yeah. But no, Charlie's like the OG Let's Player guy.
What is the difference between Let's Play and streaming?
Streaming, like, you usually pick like a super hot game, Call of Duty,
Fortnite.
Among Us, Fortnite, where like Let's Players usually do like the more single player games, and they just like pick like indie games and stuff like that, and they just like will do like a run of a game, play through the storyline, and then move on to the next game. Like, oh, today we're doing a Let's Play of Resident Evil.
And so the streaming is more like the multiplayer level aspect of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, a lot of streamers are in hand Let's Players, but most of them do, like, Among Us and stuff like that.
That's their main thing. Charlie, I remember, like, he talks about, he did a lot of porn games, too. A lot of his videos were porn games.
I don't think his video... I don't know, maybe he did that.
He did make a couple videos because he just had that one strike on that game thing that he did that was a porn game. That's why it got struck.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
He censored everything. So the game already censored everything, and then he censored it even more, but he still got a strike from YouTube, and that was the whole YouTube controversy recently. So
but yeah, like if you watch his early videos, like he plays like Pepsi Man or Cat Mario, and he'll just play it for like a 20-minute video, won't even beat the game, and then he'll just move on with his life.
Yeah. We should do that.
That ship is kind of sailed.
No, we should bring it back.
I mean, like, it's not that it needs to be brought back, it's that there's already like thousands of other people doing it.
Let's play stream games.
Oh, streaming games?
Yeah, we could totally do it. We could totally be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
For some reason,
we would have to either bring the PlayStation down here or bring the computer up there.
For some reason, I keep getting like suggested like streamers on Facebook of like Madden for some reason. I was like, I destroy these assholes in Madden.
I don't know, man. Some of the people who play the like Madden games and stuff are like, they look at it like they're like an actual coach. Like the level of thought they put into it.
You watch football with me every Sunday.
Yeah. But still, like that's like being like, oh man, I'm good at Call of Duty. I could take the pros.
No. Like I buy every Madden game and I have to put it on the hardest difficulty the minute I get the game because it's too easy.
Oh no, man. I'm saying if I'm in the same, if I can compete with you in Madden, which I think I could.
Well, okay. We played a lot as kids.
Yeah.
We did play a lot of Madden as kids.
I'm saying if my garbage ass can compete with you, the pros will wipe the floor.
When was the last time you played a sports game?
Probably last time I played it with you.
Yeah. It's been a while. I think that I could beat you.
I think I would just pull a Hail Mary every play and I'd win.
No, I just play the prevent 4 defense.
Yeah, but then I would just QB sneak for 10.
Fuck off, that's true. If it's the first quarter, you're pulling a Hail Mary and I'm doing the prevent 4 defense, you'll run for 15 yards every time. God damn it. I'm already lost.
Just a constant slide in to first down.
God damn it. We need to do this.
I'd pick a...
That should be our first stream.
I'd pick a... Wait, which game would we play?
Madden.
Wait, which Madden? Can we play one of the early ones so I can play as Michael Vick?
No.
The dog killer?
No.
Who's some reason allowed to just be in the spotlight again?
Yeah.
I mean, also Chris Brown, who also beats dogs. Anyway.
Oh. I can't believe you said that.
Oh. I'm sorry, Rihanna. I have
Oh my
respect for
God.
you as a woman and a person.
But what about as an artist?
No.
Okay, that's fair. Under my umbrella, Ella, A. That's a song.
Yes, I am aware. I'm just wondering why.
Because.
No,
So-
why is it a song?
Oh, well, because it's got music in it.
Who allowed this?
So, I think it's probably time to wrap up the podcast.
Yeah, it's about there.
Yeah.
End it with a women are dogs joke and Chris Brown hits them. And like the thing is, it doesn't even end with Rihanna. He's like hit so many other women in his life and he just keeps getting away with it. Rihanna just happened to be the famous one.
Yeah, Chris Brown is a piece of shit.
But
his music's so good. No, it's not.
yeah, it really isn't. It's basic R&B garbage.
Yeah, it's not even R. Kelly's like, I'm going to piss on you. Oh, man, R. Kelly is so problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the best 14-year-old pussy I ever had.
Ugh. All right. We
It's
should
like,
probably-
you could... I love the Dave Chappelle.
This is the best 37-year-old pussy I've ever had.
he just really was not trying to hide it at all.
Yeah, he wanted to go to jail.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his real kink. Peeing on girls, not his thing. Going to jail is his thing. And he's like, how is this taking so long?
Because your music is so goddamn good, people wanted to keep listening to it. It's really not. His music is awful. All 37 chapters of Trapped in the Closet are a fucking disgrace, and I've seen them all. So
Yes, you've told me.
yeah, that's the part of the church bell story, which I'll
Yes.
never tell.
Okay,
So
I'll tell it. I'll do a solo episode.
let me tell the Trevor story that I've told so many fucking
I'll
times.
ASMR the story.
No! All right, we need to go because I'm going to piss on Taryn right now. So this is, or check out us on Surprisingly Music. We've done a bunch of bands. If you like music, there's probably a band in there that you like that we've done a review on. It's all over the board. We don't do new albums because we want to do old stuff and introduce each other to music.
I think after this album, then you give me an album, then I give you an album. We'll start having, in that time, because that's a decent amount of time away, 2.5 weeks away, we'll find a way to introduce a album that goes you, me, third album, you, me, third album. That's something neither of us necessarily pick.
I like that idea. We'll do that.
Because I feel like there's not much discussion going on because one of us is a big fan of the album while the
we're
other
trying
person...
we're trying to choose an album that the other's going to like.
I mean, like, I didn't so much choose an album that you were going to like. I chose an album that was going to get you thinking
Yeah.
that I do drugs.
Yeah, apparently. But, yeah, so Surprisingly Music. Check us out on Surprisingly Words on Twitter. What's our
It's Surprising
Instagram?
Twit.
Surprising Twit, which I love that they let
Yeah.
us have that.
And you literally post like a Facebook mom.
I do.
I'm just going to post memes that I saw.
I posted 2. It says the dude who also posted memes as well.
I didn't post memes.
You posted that one. You posted a meme, but you made your own meme.
Yeah.
So
Like,
that's a meme.
And mine are relevant to like us. You just post like, oh my god, girls who call their boyfriend dad. But it's like a meme of like, it like was the daddy in her phone was actually her father.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, that has nothing to do
It
with
was
the podcast.
funny. It was funny. I'm trying to get people
We're not.
to
We're
us.
not going to be a meme page. I hate.
Okay.
I hate people
Okay.
who do meme pages.
Okay.
They're the dumbest people.
Okay.
They're not funny.
Okay. I'm gonna
This
pee on you.
is us.
R// signing off.